Coming up on Citrus TV News Live at 6, we saw light snow flurries this morning. Some areas even saw heavy snowfall, but when will the warm weather return? We'll let you know.
And the Department of Public Safety is taking steps to ensure student safety at Mayfest tomorrow. Find out what changes are being made this year.
All that and more coming up on Citrus TV News Live at 6.
The department has been...
Good evening, I'm Max Darrow.
And I'm Amanda Hari. Mayfest takes place in Walnut Park tomorrow afternoon with concerts and free food for students.
SA President Boris Gressley emailed the student body yesterday with a letter from Mayor Stephanie Miner. Also attached to the email was a list of ordinances that Miner is hoping students will not violate.
Local law enforcement are concerned about student safety as many students consume alcohol throughout the day.
Citrus TV reporter Kyra Azzado has more on what the DPS is doing to keep students safe at the event.
The Syracuse University Department of Safety is getting ready for Friday's Mayfest events. According to DPS Commander of Control and Special Events Vernon Thompson, the department has been planning for an entire year.
The event itself gets better and better each year because we evaluate and we critique it and we make it better.
After several students hurt themselves climbing over fences, DPS says they will be increasing security. That means more officers and hopefully fewer injuries.
This year we're going to try to beef the fence up a little bit more, and we're going to try to put more security in that area at that time to try to get students and direct them around to go through the entrances.
And at the entrances, security will be checking for prohibited items.
No backpacks are allowed. We're looking at students to make sure nothing's being snuck in. Again, if we see somebody drinking something it shouldn't be, it's taken away.
According to Commander Thompson, there will be medical services on site for any students in need of help.
So really, with this event, we want everybody to have a really good time, to really have fun, but to do it safely and responsibly so no one gets hurt. And that's really what our goal is.
Kyra Azzado, Citrus TV News.
A new task force created by Chancellor Kent Syverud will address sexual and relationship violence. The group represents students, faculty, and administrators and will study ways to improve policies and services every semester. The co-chairs of the group will be Dean of Student Affairs Rebecca Reed-Kantrowitz and the Dean of the School of Education Joanna Massinghila. The NCAA President Mark Emmert spoke today on how Syracuse's case differed from the one at UNC. He said one of the differences was that the athletic department officials were contributing to the cheating. Emmert continued to say he did not feel they were trying to send a message. They were just applying the rules as they saw fit.
Whitfest took place in the Whitman School of Management this afternoon. Students were invited to stop by and play games, win prizes, and celebrate the end of the semester. Verbal Blend, a spoken word poetry program, will host a campus-wide student poetry slam featuring Rudy Francisco. Francisco combines activism and poetry and is often performed at schools and community centers. Tonight's event will be in the Herg in Newhouse 3. Doors will open at 7:15. Admission is free and open to the public.
And senior design students are debuting their work tonight in Shine's Goldstein Auditorium. Our own Jake Reynolds is live at Shine. Jake, what's going on?
The boots tonight, it's all about strutting. The senior fashion is performing auditorium. Now the fashion several collections. There's 27 students here. And retail experts are here. Those experts determine $30. Now, we talked to them just a few minutes ago. They've sold over 400 tickets tonight, and Goldstein fit about 1,000.
Jake, thanks so much for that update. Syracuse University students, faculty, and other members of campus got a glimpse at the campus master plan today in the second meeting open to the SU community. The goal of the plan is to figure out specific changes that can be made to improve the physical aspects of SU's campus. SU is partnering with Sasaki Associates, who came to campus today to discuss some of the initial ideas in the plan. And the 35 seniors that will represent each of the students who died during the Pan Am Flight 103 bombing were just announced. They plan the events for Remembrance Week, which takes place in October. A $5,000 scholarship is also awarded to the students. For a full list of the scholars, make sure to visit our website, CitrusTV.net.
Hendricks Chapel will host its spring concert tonight. The theme for the concert is Revelation. It will be connected to the book in the Bible. It will feature graduate and undergraduate soloists and the university organists. The event is free and begins at 8 in the chapel's Noble Room. Tonight is the first night of VPA's Senior Art Exhibit. The exhibit features work from bachelor degree candidates exploring contemporary life in space. The exhibit's open reception will go until 8 tonight, and the show is on the 4th floor of Smith Hall until May 10th. A Whitman School of Management professor has been named one of the world's best 40 under 40 professors by an annual listing. The annual listing by Poets and Quaints highlights best business school teachers who have performed quality research, public speaking, and educational qualifications.
SU professors are getting another tool to help them teach online classes. A light board will be available through the iSchool. It's a sheet of glass between the professor and a camera that the professor can write on with a glowing light. One professor already has confirmed that he will use light boards in upcoming classes. The New York State Fair is struggling to bring an act to the grandstand this year. So far, only one artist, Eric Church, is confirmed for this summer. He will perform on opening day. He is the only one of 19 invitations to confirm performance. Chevy Court will offer free concerts featuring artists such as Snoop Dogg and Nick Jonas. Fair officials also announced smoking will be banned at the Chevy Court concert area and picnic tables this year. Smoking will still be allowed on the streets around the court. Smoking is one of the top complaints organizers receive each year. Crime continues to drop in Onondaga County this year. This follows a national trend of record low crime rates in certain areas over the last few years. According to Syracuse.com's crime database, crime has dropped across the Onondaga County this year. Analysis excluded the city of Syracuse. The crimes consisted of assault, burglary, arson, larceny, murder, robbery, and vehicle theft. And the cities of Syracuse and Rochester will receive $1 million to help low-income families with home repairs and energy bills. The money is coming from a court-ordered settlement with the American Power Company. This is similar to a program in Buffalo called the Buffalo Green and Healthy Home Initiatives.
A former SUNY Oswego professor is dead after a drone strike in Pakistan. President Obama made a statement today saying he and the White House take full responsibility for the botched drone strike that targeted an al-Qaeda compound on the border of Pakistan in January. The strike killed Dr. Warren Weinstein and an Italian national. The White House said it did not know there were any hostages in that compound.
There could be no starker contrast between these two selfless men and their al-Qaeda captors. In the fog of war generally, and our fight against terrorists specifically, mistakes, sometimes deadly mistakes, can occur.
Utica School District is facing a lawsuit from the New York Civil Liberties Union and Legal Services of Central New York. According to the lawsuit, refugee students between the ages of 17 and 20 are not allowed to attend Proctor High School. Instead, the Utica School District is sending them to 2 alternative schools.
A SkyWest flight made an emergency landing in Buffalo after an unconscious passenger was found. The plane dove 7,000 feet per minute, according to a flight tracking service. 2 other passengers passed out on the flight, according to the airline, but they did not say whether that occurred before, during, or after the descent. Attorney General Eric Schneiderman is suing Total Tan as part of his effort to crack down on tanning businesses. He filed 2 notices of intent to 2 other shops, including Planet Fitness, for wrongly promoting bronze skin without explaining risks associated with tanning.
Senator Kristen Gillibrand is promoting a bill to help treat students with asthma in schools.
According to the American Lung Association, nearly 500,000 New York children suffer from asthma.
The School Asthma Management Plan Act would make sure schools are equipped to respond to asthma attacks and work to prevent them.
A stranger delivered a message to a couple's 3-year-old son through a baby monitor after hacking the device.
The parents did not want to reveal their identity because they were worried the stranger would find them.
Baby monitors connect to the internet, and some even come with a smartphone app, making it easier for hackers to access them.
And when we come back, General Petraeus is sentenced today. Find out how long he will serve.
Plus, Michael Brown's family is taking steps against the city of Ferguson. Find out what they're doing.
For those of us here at CitrusTV that said time to enjoy the warm weather, I'm afraid we spoke too soon. As you can see, we have some snow flurries out today. Currently 31 degrees outside. We're expecting to see some more snow into tonight. Stay tuned for my full weather forecast after the break.
If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. You get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to like, you know, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome to Orange Press Pass.
Orange Press Pass is your ticket inside the Syracuse locker room. Hear from the coaches.
We got some open looks from the perimeter
and players.
Well, I saw pressure coming from the backside.
Get in-depth analysis, reports on site, and more.
Let's go on OPP.
Orange Press Pass, live after every Syracuse game.
Loretta Lynch will be taking over as Attorney General. The Senate confirmed her nomination today, making her the first African American. Republicans had refused to confirm Lynch until the Senate voted on an anti-trafficking bill, which was unanimously approved yesterday. General David Petraeus will spend the next 2 years on probation and have to pay a $100,000 fine. This comes after his sentencing earlier today for sharing classified information with his biographer and lover.
The family of Michael Brown, the African-American man who was shot by police in Ferguson, Missouri last year, is filing a civil lawsuit against the city. This comes after the Justice Department's report on the Ferguson Police Department that found systematic racial discrimination in the department. But Officer Darren Wilson was not convicted in the death of Brown. The family says a civil suit might be easier to prosecute than a criminal suit. And a former Iowa Republican state legislator has been acquitted of third-degree sexual abuse of his wife. Henry Rayhans was accused of having sex with his wife in a nursing home after staff said she was no longer capable of consenting due to dementia. Iowa law states third-degree sexual abuse occurs when two parties are not living together as husband and wife, and one person is suffering from a mental defect or incapacity.
The Calbuco volcano in Chile erupted for the first time in more than 42 years. Authorities ordered the evacuation of more than 1,500 inhabitants of a nearby town. The National Mining and Geology Service said it was a surprise and they had not predicted eruption. Calbuco is one of the top 3 most dangerous volcanoes in all of Chile.
Well, we saw snow and strong gusts today. It was chilly. It made me wish I didn't pack away my heavy coat so quickly.
Yeah, now we're going to head over to Jamie Weiss with our full weather forecast. Jamie?
Well, guys, unfortunately, we did kind of, think we were having too much warm weather way too soon. It's currently 34 degrees outside, a lot of snow outside. And when I stepped out about half an hour ago, I got a lot of snow in my hair, a lot of accumulation, about an inch already. We're expecting to see more snow into this evening. Taking a look at our weather across the Northeast, we are seeing a lot of 30 and 40 degree temperatures. So all of that great weather we saw last week, it's kind of gone already. So we can see a lot of snow coming in from that lake effect area, and that high pressure and low pressure system is pushing it right through Syracuse and to the east. So into tonight, we are still seeing some more snow, slight chances of flurries, probably, like I said, 1 inch of accumulation. And then tomorrow morning for Mayfest, we're not going to see any more snow. It's 44 degrees high, partly cloudy, so it's probably not going to be warm enough to wear just shorts for Mayfest. So taking a look at our 5-day weather forecast, we're having 44 degrees with sun. It's going to warm up over the weekend with 53 degrees, 56 on Sunday, and a little bit of rain coming back on Monday.
And when we come back, the unintended consequences of bird flu. Find out how your wallet will be hurt.
Plus, what popular website is celebrating a milestone birthday? Stay with us.
To go to college? Oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. You get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
I think that Citrus TV is important because especially this year, Syracuse has been in the news so often, and we've often been there first to be able to cover that and really deliver it to the students.
Citrus TV News is for our campus and our students.
The great thing about Citrus is we allow students to tell their stories, and we get to listen to their concerns.
Citrus is important because we cover campus news in a way that no one else really does.
Citrus TV is the voice of Syracuse University, and it's something we're very proud of and a responsibility that we take very seriously.
The price of eggs is going to go up in the coming weeks. More than 5 million chickens in Iowa have contracted bird flu. All the egg-laying hens are expected to be euthanized, and the site where the birds live has been quarantined. 1 in every 5 eggs produced in the U.S. comes from an Iowa hen. An Indiana woman who underwent surgery to remove a tumor in her brain later found out it was actually an embryonic twin. The mass was complete with bone, hair, and teeth, and had been the reason the woman was having trouble comprehending things she read. She's expected to make a full recovery in just 3 short weeks.
Well, today we're wishing a happy birthday to YouTube. It's celebrating its 10 years of uploads. The first video shared on the website was uploaded in 2005 by one of the founders, and it was only a 19-second video of him at the zoo. The site now gets billions of views every day, and some channels draw larger audiences than TV networks. YouTube also has YouTube Spaces, giving creators access to professional studios. Thousands of creators earn 6-figure incomes, and even a handful earn in the millions. And Trader Joe's is recalling their sweet chicken apple sausage after concerns that plastic may have made its way into the packaging. Customers who bought the sausage are urged to throw it out or return the product for a full refund at any Trader Joe's.
At least according to People magazine, she is. She is calling the whole thing ridiculous and saying she finds people who are the most beautiful are the ones who aren't trying. Bullock is the oldest woman to receive this top honor. Elton John's heart-shaped sunglasses are missing from a Memphis museum. Employees noticed that the sunglasses were stolen late Tuesday night when someone apparently used tools to break a lock and remove glass from the case. The glasses are worth about $2,000 and police are still investigating the theft. Now here's Kevin with sports.
Coming up, Syracuse women's lacrosse is in action in the ACC tournament. The Yankees tussle with the Tigers, plus what to watch tonight in the NBA and NHL playoffs. Don't go anywhere. Sports is up next.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake. So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
More trophy talk for Syracuse men's lacrosse. 4 SU players have been selected as nominees for the 2015 Tewarton Award. Attackman Kevin Rice and Dylan Donahue, defenseman Brandon Mullins, and faceoff specialist Ben Williams joined 21 other players on the nomination list released this afternoon. The award is given annually to college lacrosse's most outstanding player. The Orange's 4 nominations on this year's list lead the nation. SU will need its stars to shine this weekend as it travels to Philadelphia for the ACC tournament. Head coach John Desko says he is prepared for a tough few days.
It's really grueling, you know. It's a lot of talk between the coaches about the tournament, and the 4 teams that are in it have been through quite a bit and had some pretty good success against other tough ACC teams.
Speaking of postseason play, Syracuse women's lacrosse is in the midst of its ACC tournament as we speak. The number 6 seed Orange are in action against 3 seed Boston College. The Eagles took down SU 10-9 earlier this season at the Carrier Dome. Opening draw for that one has been pushed back to around 6:30 or 6:45. Now let's get off the hill in baseball. The Mets are one of the hottest teams in the MLB. New York entered the day with a 12-3 record. The Amazons look to keep on rolling in a matchup with the Braves this afternoon. First inning, Daniel Murphy with a bases-clearing double to deep right field. Throw is going to be too late. Everyone comes around. New York up 3-0 in the early going. Now top of the second, ball hit to deep center by the Braves, but it's going to be Daniel Murphy again. Check out this throw. Does he get A.J. Przinsky? Well, I'll let you decide. I thought he did. Turns out the umpires, eventually they decide no. At this point, 3-1 Mets. Then 5th inning, Sugar Ray Merriman. He's going to walk in a Mets run here. New York goes back on top. Then late, top of the 9th, Jerry's Familia, well, he gets it done. The New York Mets have won 11 straight games. Also this afternoon, Yankees taking on the Tigers. First inning, Victor Martinez with a sac fly. That's going to give the Tigers an early 1-0 lead despite that throw from Brett Gardner. Then that lead would hold until the 6th inning. Here, Anibal Sanchez balks. That brings Jacoby Ellsbury home, tied 1-1 now, and Tigers manager Brad Ausmus, well, he wasn't too happy about the call. Then later on, Brian McCann doing just enough, getting that ball to first base to get Jacoby Ellsbury home. 2-1 Yankees. In the 9th now, Andrew Miller striking out that batter there. The Yankees win 2-1. New York takes 3 of 4 from the Tigers. Well, there's all kinds of playoffs going on tonight, too. First, let's start with the NBA. 3 games on the slate this evening. If you have to pick just one to watch, why not the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Chicago Bulls? Former Syracuse guard Michael Carter-Williams starts for Milwaukee. MCW is averaging a stellar 14 points per game in the postseason, but the Bucks trail in the series 2 games to none. On to the NHL, where there are 4 games on the schedule tonight. If your allegiances lie in New York, you'll want to watch Game 5 of the Islanders and the Capitals series. That matchup is knotted at 2 games apiece. But if you're looking for a Syracuse connection, look no further than Detroit-Tampa Bay. Former Syracuse Crunch defenseman Nikita Nesterov leads the Lightning with 3 playoff points. Unfortunately for Nesterov, Tampa Bay trails Detroit 2-1 in the series. And last but not least, the Super Bowl champion Patriots visited the White House today. President Obama praised New England's Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, calling the two the best coach and quarterback combination in football history. Bet that made our sports producer Tim Langwise pretty happy.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does. And like that, you're a job creator.
Thanks so much for tuning in to our final broadcast of the semester. Alongside Amanda Hari, I'm Max Darrow.
Thank you, Max. From reporting to producing to anchoring, Citrus TV has shaped who I am as a journalist, and I couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity to bring you all your campus news over the last 4 years. Have a great night, Syracuse.